Good afternoon, Flosstube. Look, it's actually daylight. Do I ever record during the daylight? So, it is Wednesday, November 29th, and I'm here to do my weekly update. I did not do one last week because of the holidays and all the craziness, and my work schedule changed about 10 times in 1 week. So I never knew where I was going to be that night. That's what happens when a bunch of people call in during a holiday. So I actually have quite a bit to show you because I've been stitching pretty much every day. Nope, definitely every day, even on Thanksgiving. And so I have a lot to show. I have a project MIA. I have been searching for the last hour to figure out where this project went, and I have not been able to find it. So it will not be shown today, and it was my new start this month that I was really excited to show and talk about, and now I can't find it. So that's mildly irritating. So I've got this whole shadow over one side of my face thing going on, and it's because I had to put the window behind me instead of in front of me, but hopefully it won't affect anything but me. Okay. First of all, I want to show you my finish that I was supposed to show last video but didn't have with me. Didn't want to go looking for. And this is Golurk. It's a little Pokemon. I'm going to be using a book to put behind things. It's just one of my daughters that happened to be sitting here. So, there he is. All done. And I'm hoping by my next video or the one after that, this one and the next finish will be fully finished because I got to get them sent off soon. So there's that one. One of the ones I finished just the other day. I guess I can do finishes first. Let me see what all I have. Okay. Okay. So this is another finish I finished just the other day. And it's going the same place as the other one because I have a brother and sister who are twins. So I got both of them finished, and I will try and get them fully finished and sent off very soon. Because their birthday's in a couple days, and then, or in a few days, and then of course Christmas is coming up. So I'll get it there for one of the two. My last finish this week, I mean, I've been finishing things left and right. I'm going to need some new starts or else I'm not going to have enough stuff for the year of works. And I'll get it. I have something to say about new starts here in a minute. So this is my last finish for this month. Oh, pretty. This one kind of needs to be washed before I finish it because it is going to somebody also. So there are my finishes this month. And those are all just done on 18 count Ada. The Live Laugh Love might be 14 count because it was a kit. I've got it right here. And I have decided I'm done with kits. Even if I buy a kit because I like the pattern, I don't think I'll be using their floss anymore. 14 count Ada. So, there's that. Alright. Now I've got quite a few whips over here and a mess because I did not organize before I started. So, okay, so I have decided that because in the month of November, I put stitches into every single one of my projects. It's the first month I've ever done that. Of course, most months I've had over 20 whips, and this month I only had like 16, I think. And then I finished 3 of them, so I mean, I'm down to like nothing, right? I have a bunch of new starts kitted up. I feel like I need a reason to do a new start. Like, the 17th is year of new starts for Stitch Mania, so every 17th I can start one, but then I'm like, that's only one, and I have several that I could do. So what I decided to do is because I touched on every single one of my whips this month, and I still have days left in the month, I've given myself a new start. So I haven't started it yet. I'll be doing that tomorrow night because I go back to work. And when I'm home at work, I might have an art design. So I'll be starting a new project tomorrow night. And then also, because I count the Advent animals each as a separate project, therefore I would only start one on a new start day. I have joined an event in December where you start a new one each day for the length, I think it's like 2 weeks. You start a new one each day, and if you can start and complete the one for that day, it's like bonus points or whatever. So I'm going to do that and try and get a bunch more of my Advent animals, if not completed, then at least started, so that they can go into my whip rotation, and hopefully I'll have them all done before next December, because I didn't do so well at doing it for this December. So that is that. I worked on quotes to live by. I'm mainly still in that header, so there's that. It's amazing how much prettier it looks in the daylight versus the lighting that I get at night. So I got, okay, that's too much fabric to deal with. I got the rest of down here. I started on 2, but the rest of the word is back stitching, so I haven't done it yet. And then this banner that says live by has been started. Ooh, and I even started coming down here and working, because I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm working on everything. Trying to get it worked on, because I want to do more on that one. And I realized that with less whips, I could probably get more done on these each month, but I don't care. I like to see all the different pretty things started, and even if it's only a little progress, I get to see something done on it each month, and so I want more going on. I got to work on Foxglove again, which is the Nora Corbett Fairy. I was watching Danielle Stitcherista's video when she was doing the stitch with me on her Nora Corbett. And so she stitches a whole bunch while she's talking, and I'm stitching with her. And so I started finishing the skin is what I was doing. And then once I finished the skin, I went to work on the wing. Right about that time, she realized she had a mistake, and she had to rip out all of what she had done since she started the video. And then I realized I had a whole bunch more stitched over here, and I realized it was miscounted. So I had to rip out with her as well as stitch with her. So I thought that was pretty entertaining. So this is where she's at now. I've gotten all of her skin done, because that's all the skin that shows. Well, I mean, I have to do like some skin shading over here, but the light part of her skin is done. And I've started working on the wings, and almost the entire bodice is done. We're going to start with the big frilly skirt here next time. And any of those blank spots you see in the bodice is where beads are going to go, and then her hair. I'm so excited. So that is her. And I haven't started beading yet, but I keep the bead pack with me all the time because it's just so pretty to look at. So, okay. The night that I finished Live, Laugh, Love, Live, Love, Laugh, that one, I still had a lot of time left over in the evening, so I pulled out Cheshire Cat. So this one didn't get this one didn't get hardly any stitching done. And the reason for that is, one, I split the night with another project. Oh, I just dropped a needle. And also because I realized I had to rip out half the stitches on him that were miscounted. I'm telling you, I have to like work on a color and then work on the color next to it, even if this color has stuff over here, because for some reason I can't seem to count from here to there and not mess up. So I have to just kind of work each of the colors across anyways. So this is where he's at. He is done. I mean, he's done from like here to here. I started some of the back stitching on the roses because it is that lovely Krynic. But then I ran out of Krynic and I didn't have the rest of the spool with me. I don't know why. I'm not quite sure where it's at. But, so then I came back up here and I continued to work on him, his feet and stuff like this. It wasn't until I got, you see how this comes around up here, I started realizing that it wasn't going to line up. So I had to pull the stitches out that were like right here. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do more of those characters or if he's it. I really like the Cheshire Cat. I really like cats, but I mean, I do really like cats. Half my projects were cats there for a little bit, but he's just particularly awesome. So, I think part of it is I put that Krynic up because I thought I had completed it. I didn't realize it was part of the back stitching. I think that's what happened. So I didn't have it with me. Anyway, those two. Also, I worked on my Birthstone Dragons. It's still on the Q-Snap because I was just working on it last night at work. And I have made some changes here because, as I've expressed before, I didn't care much for the August dragon. It's not that I dislike the dragon itself. August is my birth month. And so I wanted a dragon that I really, really, really liked. And honestly, if I had thought about that from the beginning, I would have just waited and probably put January's in here because I think it's been my favorite so far. Actually, I think Diamond April's has been my favorite so far, but I don't think she would have looked as good in my Birthstone color, this, you know, puke green color that Peridot is. So, I probably would have used January, but because I have already seen December's due to the Flosstube retreat and meeting Brittany from Ingleside Imaginarium, I decided December's dragon is going to go here with my Birthstone colors in it, which would have meant this one would go to December. I cannot talk today. But I thought the winged serpent thingy that it was would look much better in the pretty colors of the October. And now in October you have two choices. You have, I believe it's either opal or alexandrite. I think so. Anyways, I chose alexandrite. So see, those, I think it looks really pretty with those colors. And of course he's not done yet, but I think I have, I mean, outside of the eye, which has a couple colors in it, I think I just have two colors left. I have the lightest pink, a little bit more of the medium pink up here in the face. I haven't finished that, but the lightest pink, and then I'm not quite sure. So, oh, the white that goes in the stone over here, and that sort of thing. So he's getting pretty close to done. November's will be its normal self, and then December will be the like Chinese dragon that was right here will become either turquoise or blue zircon, and I haven't decided which one yet. I'm leaning more towards the turquoise because September already had a lot of the dark blue in it, and then the December dragon will go here and become Peridot. So I will not have that done by the end of the year, but I will definitely be getting good progress on it. And if you have not seen yet, Brittany at Ingleside Imaginarium has released the preview for the 2018 Stitch Along. It is called Guardians of Notre Dame, and she has released the border, which is like a circle. It almost looks kind of like a wheel, but I know that it is like the stained glass windows on the Church of Notre Dame. So, or cathedral. So it's gorgeous, y'all. And it, uses one, I believe just one hand-dyed fabric or hand-dyed floss in it, and other than that it's DMC, which of course she gives you the DMC option for that hand-dyed floss. It just looks amazing. I can't wait to pre-order it. Also, I'm really looking forward to the Clouds Factory this year. I have not done a Clouds Factory pattern yet, but part of what got me interested in stitch alongs was a Clouds Factory pattern that y'all had previously. I want to say it was the one with like, it was like each month of the year, and it had like a unicorn and this and that. I don't know. But anyway, I never went back and did it, but I'm looking forward to next year's. And I'm sure there's several more that are coming out next year that I need to go and look at and, you know, spend all my money on. So, also Garrett, Coffee Stitcher, is doing a stitch along for some soda stitch patterns. He's hoping to start it off January 1st, and Trisha at 3 Owl Threads is selling the patterns if you need one for it. She's hoping to put it in an order in the next 2 weeks so that we can have it back and ready to stitch at the beginning of the year. So if you're interested, I will leave the links down below and you can join all that stuff. I know I am. And it was so funny because when I saw Trisha's video, I went, ooh, I really want that pattern and I really want that pattern. And it was the 2 Fairy Tale Land patterns. And then when she actually posted them on her Facebook group, 3 Owl Pre-Sale, she was already out of them. She said she had even sold her own copy that she had planned to keep because it was so sought after and demanded. I said, well, go ahead and put me down. I know you're not doing an order till next year, but put me down. I want to order them. And then with all the everybody wanting them and getting so excited about it, she went ahead and decided to do them the order a lot sooner. So I was excited about that. My last one is my big one. I actually, both nights, I worked on this 2 nights since the last did a video. I'm losing my son already. It's only 2:45. I don't know. So, I've worked on this twice since I last saw y'all, because remember I do it once a week. But instead of doing like, because I was off the beginning of last week. I wasn't supposed to be, but things changed. And I had Sunday and Monday off, which is usually when I start my Monopoly piece. But I was home, so I wasn't going to start my Monopoly piece. I worked on my Heaven and Earth. And then when I went back to work on Wednesday, I immediately pulled it out. It was the first one I worked on. And I got my 2 pieces, my 2 squares done that night. And I was like, well, instead of waiting till Sunday and pulling it back out, I'll just go ahead and work on this tomorrow night too. That way next week's already done. So that is what I did. And I got all 4 of the pieces done in 2 days. I'm telling you, this project is going so fast, which is good since it has a deadline, but I'm kind of surprised. And the colors on it are just so amazing. Just how bright and vibrant and crayon box are those. Like, okay, but you've seen all that already because I had that done before the last time. These are the 4 I got done this time. I got Park Place, Luxury Tax, Boardwalk, and Go. So now I think I'm gonna head on back this way and then come up this side. Just work my way around. And then do the middle last. This epic middle. And there's lots of counting because, you know, it's kind of a ways away from all the edges. So I'm gonna just scoot back a little bit. See if I can do that kind of close to this wall. See if I can get the entire piece for y'all. Ooh, I did it, mostly. It was funny, the other day we actually had kind of a family game night and we played Monopoly, me, my husband, and my 2 kids. And we have the Ultimate Banking Edition because, you know, trying to keep up with all that money is kind of a mess. Plus, you know, it makes the game go a little bit quicker. And actually, the banking edition, it's not just using a card instead of money. There's lots of different rules, which makes it very interesting and different. And we were playing the other night, and where was it going with this story? I do that to myself all the time. I talk faster than I think, or I think faster than I talk. One of the two. Anyways, the Ultimate Baking Edition does not have railroads on it, just in case you want to know. And, yeah. Oh, my son kept going to jail. Like, every few turns, he was either rolling triple doubles and putting himself in jail, or he landed on the go to jail, or I don't think he passed go but once before the game ended because of this, that, or the other. It was hilarious. So, and my husband, he landed on go to jail, and he was like, "That's cool. I'll just sit here, you know, try and roll my way out." I'm like, "You know, you don't collect any rent while you're sitting there." He's like, "Never mind. How do I pay for this?" So it was a lot of fun. Okay, that is all my whips, actually, except the one I can't show you because I've lost it. Like, I don't even know how or where it could be. I've searched everywhere. I'll find it eventually. And I was really excited because I dyed the fabric myself. I redid all the colors that are in the chart. I got a good portion of it done in one night. I wanted to talk about it. There was something else I wanted to talk about too. But I don't remember what it was now. Because I'm a mess, y'all. I can't even keep up with my own brain. It just moves too fast. I want to say it had something to do with Hello Kitty, but now I can't remember. I don't know. What can you do? Okay, so I did get my fabric of the month from Under the Sea Fabrics. I don't think I've showed this to you. If I have, you get to see the prettiness again. I order a fat quarter of 28 Lugana. I'm going to go ahead and open it because the packaging will be really shiny. And I'm so excited. I didn't even realize this until I pulled this out today. I was showing it to my husband. And I got a Fabric of the Month member sticker. So that's pretty cool. And then this is the even weave version of Roseland. As most of you know, if you've watched any other Flosstubers that get their fabric from Leslie at Under the Sea Fabrics, the even weave and the linen dyed very, very differently, to the point I really wanted both. Oh my gosh, I wanted both. But I stuck with my even weave because I don't really like stitching on linen. Like, I will if I have to, but the couple projects I have on linen, they're stressing me out. So I didn't like the darker purple enough to make me stitch on linen. I really love this rosy purple color that even we've got. Let's see, is the back any? The back shows the modeling a little bit more. You can kind of see like it almost looks gold on there. You can't see that because the window is being a pain. Can you see it now? Yeah, you can see a little bit of that like gold in there. I don't know. So, November's fabric of the month is Aztec, and I haven't received mine yet. From the pictures, to me, it looked like a deep orangey red color, and I was like, that's pretty, but I really think it needs to be sparkly. So I ordered it in the opalescent. I changed my order for 1 month and got it all sparkly fabric, and then I saw somebody had theirs in the video. Actually, it may have been Leslie's video. Leslie from Under the Sea Fabric did a video, and she held it up, and I mean, it was orange, like a burnt orange color, and I was like, I'm not so sure now, but I guess we'll see when it gets here. So, there's that. I'm not even going to put that back in there. So, I think that's it for haul. I was expecting something else, but it didn't come in yet. And I know I said I was going to place a 1, 2, 3 stitch order. Last time I did a video, I was going to order it that night, but then things came up and I decided to wait a little longer. So maybe I'll be doing that this paycheck. May wait till after Christmas. I don't know. I'm really antsy to get my hands on the stuff, but at the same time, I realize that it's just going to become stash. It's not anything I need for anything I'm working on right now. So I keep talking myself into waiting, but it gets really hard. I want the stuff. I want to touch it and know that it's mine. And so much of the time now I see where, like, I go on 1, 2, 3 stitch and I'm like, ooh, I really like that. And I go to put it in my cart. It's like, it's not available yet right now. Well, crap, is it going to become available again? Because I really wanted it. So now I kind of get this feeling like when I want something, I need to get it right then, or else it might just disappear. And that hurts my heart. So, anyway, I don't know if y'all know about this Wish app thing. I'm sure y'all do. I'm new to the party. A cousin of mine ordered something off of Wish, and she's like, oh, I really like it. Wish is cool. And so I downloaded the app, and I was looking through it. And I've seen a few things, like I ordered one of these. It was on there for free. I just paid shipping, so I paid $1 for this. Now you get what you pay for, because 10 minutes after I had it, the zipper broke off. I mean, it's a plastic cheap zipper, but it still works really nicely. My scissors are in there by my bed, but I usually keep the scissors right here, and my black and my white, because I don't separate those by project. And then I have, like, this is where I keep all my stitch count for the day, and this is where my bullet journal goes that I keep track of if I stitch that day, whatever. I'm hoping to come up with a lot more layouts and have just a cross-stitch journal next year. So look forward to that. These are projects that I finished where I need to put the floss out of the bag back onto the bobbins. I've even got a spare needle minder in here. It's kind of neat. For $1, it's not bad. And it's nice because it kind of sits there on the desk, and then I could just, pull my scissors out of the front and then put them back. Whereas before I was using a baggie that lays down and gets knocked all over the place. So I thought it was neat. But me and my friends were joking around one night, and we were finding adult things on Wish. And apparently once you click on an adult thing, then more adult things pop up. And I did not realize how much Wish sells of those types of things. So then my daughter downloaded the Wish app because she wants, like, that thing you put on the back of your phone to hold it. It's like a pop thing. Anyways, she wants one of those, so she's been watching Wish to get one. And I'm like, how about you don't download that app, delete that, and I will get it as soon as I see it on my app. Because I'm just... So, in case you're not aware, you might not want to let your kids download Wish because there's a lot of adult stuff on there. And I was in shock and awe. Like, some of these things I've never even seen in my life. And, I mean, I'm almost 30. I don't know, maybe I'm just not very adventuresome. Anyways, we have digressed far enough. I've been watching tons of Flosstube lately. I've been posting it on my Instagram as much as possible. I haven't been doing the shout outs here anymore because partly I just don't know what to say other than the same thing I would say about everybody. They're awesome. Go watch them. Their projects are fascinating. Like, blah, blah, blah. So know that I am trying to get around to Flosstube. If I do not watch you, or if you don't know whether or not I watch you and you want me to, put your link down below because I'm always looking for new Flosstubers. Especially there for a while, I was only watching, couple handfuls, and some people, they don't post every week. They maybe post once a month or once every a couple months. And so I was running out and having to go look for new ones, and having a harder time finding stuff. I don't know why. But anyways, so I've been following new people, and what I do is I only watch the most current one, except Basic Stitches. When I watched them this week, they had only made 2, so I went back and watched the first one. But in order to keep myself from becoming overwhelmed with Flosstube, and so that I can keep watching new people, so that I'm watching everyone and nobody feels left out, I only watch the most current episode. And of course, once I'm subscribed, it'll send it to me through my subscriptions, and I watch it either that day or within that week until I get completely caught up. So anyways, lots of Flosstube watching. I'm doing tagging on Instagram and when I'm watching things, so that people know that I'm spreading the love. So anyway, oh, I have one more. I forgot to show you all my Heaven and Earth design. And I've actually done quite a bit of work on it, because I was off 3 days last week, which I'm never off 3 days. And usually the second day, today, I film at night, and by the time I get done filming and put all my stuff up and I have to wait until the video completely uploads, because you can't close the window when you're uploading a YouTube video. And my iPad that I use to record is the same iPad that has the pattern, so I can't do both. Anyways, so I usually only work on it 1 day a week. This week I got to work on it several. So I got an entire diagonal done this week. All of that. And I still get to work on it tonight. This is an entire page, y'all, all the way across. 1 page. So this one is stitching up very, very quickly compared to my treasure hunt bookshelf. But anyways, it is so pretty, and I look forward to... I say I look forward to getting it done, but at the same time, I want to keep working on it, so I don't. But I'm not sure what I'm at. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it looks like I only have 2 more squares. That one is not finished. I lied. That one's not finished. Look, I still got like 3 more rows. Anyways, I won't take long. I've only got like 2 more squares till I hit my 1,000 and switch back to Treasure Hunt Bookshelf. And I worked on Treasure Hunt Bookshelf for like a month to get that far. But I was also working with Krynick, and I also didn't have as much time to work. Like I said, I worked on this for 3 days this week. One day I even got my daughter to sit down and stitch with me. And it's funny because she had a project she is more than halfway done with, but she never like takes the time to sit down and work on. Of course, like I said, our house was craziness for us for a couple months. So then I was like, why don't we sit down and stitch together tonight? And she's like, okay. She goes, but maybe I need another whip, because maybe if I have more than one, I won't get as bored, and I'll stick with it longer, and I'll get both of them finished. Okay, so we set her up with a new project, and yeah, so she's working on that. Anyways, I hope y'all have a great week, and happy stitching. Bye.